Good Wednesday morning. Thank you for joining me early today. We're going out for supper. Actually, we're going to Megan and Brad and Max for supper tonight, and I won't be home by 7 o'clock to do my video. So I thought, well, I'm not going to postpone it. I'm actually going to move it up. So I know some of you won't be able to watch live, but say hi, drop a comment, share. The sharing of my videos is something I really appreciate because you never know who on your friends list is maybe a secret crafter or looking for some ideas. So it helps promote me, which is totally self-serving, but that's kind of why I'm here on Wednesdays. And I appreciate it. The more the merrier to join the crowd. So give me a thumbs up, say hello, tell me whether you're watching live or later on on the replay. And I have a really fun fold for you this morning. And I'm going to show you a tip that kind of, I don't know, maybe somebody else gets brainwaves once in a while too, but I am measurement challenged. So I like to get a sketch or a card or a design and have someone else tell me how to cut my pieces of paper. So I'm once in a while I will go out on a limb. I'm just checking to make sure I'm on my on live here. Oh, I hope I am. I think someone commented, but who knows? I don't see me on my, oh, there I am. So I must be live. Awesome. So I'm going to show you a little tip on creating, we're going to make a gatefold card this morning, but it's kind of off kilter, off center gatefold. And then I got thinking, you know what? We can make this different ways. One announcement, and then I'm going to stop yakking and get crafting, is that my August class is going to be on Thursday, August the 28th. That's right before the long weekend. And then the video follow-up with the actual class online, the free class online, will be Tuesday, September the 2nd. This class, you are going to kind of need the stamp set, but you kind of don't. We will be using, I'm going to flip the camera down here and I'm going to show you what set we're using. So hang on. Flip my camera down. We are going to be using this new punch. I haven't even taken it out of the package yet. It's the Sweet Jar punch. So it makes this really cute little jar that would be great for, oh, maybe we'll make a shaker card. I'll show you how to make a shaker card, maybe next week or the week afterwards. And the bundle for this is the stamp set, the Sweet Jar. So it has lots of great sentiments, flowers, hearts. These are cookies, I think, and then those are the chocolate chips to make the cookies. So I'm going to offer a bundled deal. The card class for 3 cards will be the standard $20. If you want to make 6 cards, and I will have this class ready for my crop on August the 16th. So if you want to take advantage of this, let me know, because if you order the punch, and then there's an actual Christmas, a Christmas stamp set. It's not part of the bundle, but you can order the punch and the Christmas stamp set separately. If you do that, or if you place an order of $50, or, well, no, that's not the bundle. I forget what the bundle is, 42 or something. Anyways, if you get the bundle or the stamp set and the punch, the Christmas one, you'll get 6 card kits for free. So you can either place the order online through my store, or you can let me know and I can order it for you. If you order online, you automatically get a 10% credit to future orders. So that's really your best bet. And then I can still send you, if you're not around for either my crop or for the online class, you'll still get those kits for free. Anyways, I'll talk more about that later. I just wanted to kind of give you a little preview. So today we're making a gatefold card, and I have been showing you a lot of this beautiful gallery paper. So these were a couple of cards I made. I'm not sure that I showed you these or not, but this is a typical gatefold card that opens up in the middle, still uses a half a sheet of paper, and the way you score it, you end up with like lots of room to write your sentiment. I'm pretty sure I showed you these last week. So that was one. And then this one was made using the In Color designer paper. And I embossed the inside with just to give it a little bit of added texture. And then I saw this pattern online, of course, for an off-center gatefold card. And I thought, oh, that is brilliant. And they gave the measurements. And I'm totally sorry, I can't remember who it was. So I went ahead and I made one because I've got all these scraps of paper left over from my card class this week using the beautiful gallery paper. So on this one, I just did a little bit of extra stamping because I actually put the glue on the wrong piece of paper, anyways, on the wrong side of the paper. And then you open it up and you've got a full card. Now, I made a boo-boo when I was scoring this and I got it so crooked, but I didn't want to throw out a whole half sheet of cardstock. So I thought, well, you know what, we'll just, it kind of adds another little bit of contrast, that white piece there behind that, that label. So I'm going to show you the right way, I hope, on the card that we're going to make together. But I got thinking, why couldn't we just arbitrarily, I'll give you the measurements in a second, but if you want to make a different gatefold card, just take a half a sheet of, this is copy paper, and you could, before you crease it, just make, say you've got a piece of paper, I mean, you can make it in half, or you could slide it over, and you could use a scrap piece of paper. So this is the paper we're going to be using today. But maybe I want to make that, use that whole piece of paper on the front of my card. I can just do kind of a little sample here, and I'll bring that back to give me my border. I'll put that down. And then just arbitrarily make my fold. And there I have, now this one is a little skinnier, but just butt that up. And then what I could do is make sure that that side creases in nice and square with it, which that one is not straight. But then you can take it to your ruler and see where your creases are. And I just thought, for somebody that's kind of measurement challenged like me, maybe you want to play around and create your own template. We're not going to do that today. I have some measurements for you. So what we're starting with is a half a sheet of cardstock, which is 8.5 by 5.5. And we're going to do 2 easy score lines in this. So with my paper coming in from the right-hand side, for all you lefties, I tried to give somebody a lesson on Saturday, you just need to practice. Slide it in from the right-hand side. All your numbers are across the top, and we're going to slide this into 1.5. And make sure you're butted up nice and tight to that top paper or top ledge so that we don't have any slippage. Just gonna make sure it's nice and square in there at the 1.5 mark. Give it a good score. Then I'm going to slide this across to 5 3/4. And again, I'm going to do a nice score line. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to do my cutting while I've got it too. Now, this was a card we made in class this week, and it was a bookbinding funfold. And I loved these colors. Actually, that's not the card we made with that one. We made this card, this funfold. So go back and watch my video from Monday night if you want to learn how to make this latch card. And I just loved that paper. And it goes so well with the basic beige. So now we're going to do some cutting. So I need a piece. Both my pieces need to be 5 1/4. So I'm going to lob off the bottom of this. And I need, hopefully I've got enough here. I need one piece that is 2 5/8. So 4, 2 5/8. No, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it wasn't right. And I'm going to have to get out another piece of paper because I don't have enough of this one. But that's all right. I've got lots to choose from. And I'm going to keep this piece. So I'm going to set that aside. And then I'll go to my stack of the beautiful gallery paper because I want something that's fairly neutral for the background or for the other side of that. And I mean, the choices are fantastic. Actually, I kind of like that piece. Let's see what else we've got in here. This is a great design to use up some scrap pieces of paper that you might have laying around. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that one. So I'm just going to cut a piece here. That's the other side. It's a seam. So I can make it so that I'm going to save enough to keep that seam piece. And this is 1 3/8 that I need. So 1, 2, 3. So that still is going to leave me that whole piece of scenery paper for another project. And then again, I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. And see how nicely it picks up the colors, kind of that pecan pie. I love that. So now we're ready to assemble. And as I've said in the past, make sure when you're doing your fun fold cards that you really get a good burnish on those creases because you want it to pretty much stay flat. So I'm going to give that a really good burnish. And if I've scored this correctly, look at that. It meets up exactly to that other piece, unlike the one I did earlier today for my sample. Look at that. Matches perfect. So you might have to play around with it a little bit. While you're scoring, you can manipulate your paper a little bit. And then I'm actually going to flip this back around and I'm going to score it again just to make sure those score lines are really, really burnished well so that it lays as flat as we can get it, like that. And then it's just a matter of adding your paper. So I'm actually going to add the quieter design to the left-hand side. Come on, glue. I used you just a minute ago. And I mean, I could emboss this piece. I could have added a little bit of inking to the side of it. And look at how well it goes with that basic beige. That's a color I said in my class the other night, I don't use it very often, but yet I'm out. So I think I use it more often than, which way does this go? Oh, we're going to do it this way. So I'm going to put this on. This beautiful gallery paper is part of a suite, but you can order the paper separately, which is what I did. And we'll just add that on here. Get our borders as, oops, there we go. And really, as fast as that, you've got a card, and you could have a little stash of sentiment in a dish. I have one that I pre-cut. I had a kit left over from the other night, from the other day from our class, so I'm actually going to take advantage of that. And a little bit of bling in here. These hot, hot days, I hope you've been able to get some relief, maybe in your craft room. It's been too hot to do anything else. So I'm just going to take my pecan pie and this nice thank you stamp. It is from Simply Said, the stamp set that I will probably keep forever and ever. And I'll just center that. Hope it's centered. I'm at arm's length again, so it's hard to tell. Yep, pretty good. Nice, thank you. And I want this to be kind of half centered, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to add some dimensionals. So I'm going to take the last piece off of this little sheet and I'll put it at the top. So I'll have to move this over just a little bit because I want this to kind of act as a latch to my to that other piece, that other side. So I'll put another piece here and one over there. I was at a crop on Saturday, which was an absolute great crop. Thanks, Shanda. And I had asked people last week on, like, how do you use your dimensionals? Do you go from the center out? Do you go from... So I had all these people coming up to me Saturday showing me their dimensional sheets on how they use them. And I've got a thumbprint down there. Oh, well. So I'm just going to tack that on. And then that adds just a little bit of a latch to that side of the card. If I crease that down like that, and we'll add some bling. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that perfectly covers up that little boo-boo. And another piece. So if I've been as unclear as mud in describing the offer for August, I will be sending it out in a newsletter, so make sure you get on my mailing list. Because if you're going to order the stamp set and punch for the class, you would need to get your order in as soon as possible, because my crop is on August the 16th. I still have, I think, 5 spots left, and then I'm full. And, oh, I'd add a piece to the inside here. Like this. I keep these mats pre-cut. I keep a bunch of white pages pre-cut in a little dish beside me so that I can quickly grab a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of paper for the inside. You could easily write on this color, but I just like adding that little bit extra. Oh, and look at that. I'm going to add that little strip of paper just to decorate the inside of our card. And like I said, this is a great way to use up some scraps. Because this paper is too pretty to throw away. And there we have an easy peasy off-center gatefold card. Let me see, where's my card that I just made earlier today? The right way and kind of the boo-boo way, and they still both work. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll be back Wednesday night next week at our usual time. In the meantime, if you have any questions or you would like to comment, that's awesome. Enjoy your week. Happy long weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.